Most men clutch at the shore, terrified of the tide. They build their lives on rigid stone, mistaking hardness for strength. But when the waters rise, the walls they trust are broken, and the sea devours them whole. Tell me, when the flood comes for you, will you drown clinging to what cannot hold, or will you move with the current and become the wave itself? Musashi understood this truth. Alone in his solitude, forged by countless duels, he studied the nature of water. He wrote, "In strategy, your spiritual bearing must not be any different from normal. Both in fighting and in everyday life, you should be determined though calm. For in water lies a discipline beyond the sword. It bends, yet does not break. It yields, yet overwhelms. It reflects truth when still, and it destroys when unleashed. The water scroll is not a poem, it is command. It is the teaching of a warrior who looked into rivers and saw not scenery but law. The law of motion, the law of clarity, the law of timing, the law of life and death. You live in an age of constant storms, chaos of voices, endless conflict, hidden blades of distraction. If you are rigid, you will shatter. If you are shallow, you will evaporate. Only by taking the form of water will you endure. So listen as the river speaks. Its voice is the same Musashi heard in silence, and it demands of you now. Will you remain a stone sinking, or rise as water flowing? Water does not ask permission. It takes the shape of whatever holds it: cup, riverbed, storm cloud, ocean depth. It has no fixed form, and because of that, no form can defeat it. Musashi taught, fixation is the way to death. Fluidity is the way to life. To bind yourself to one stance, one pattern, one rigid thought. This is to invite death. A warrior who clings to habit is already beaten. He will strike the same way, think the same way, fall the same way. But the one who moves like water cannot be read. His form is no form, his style no style, his path without path. Look at your life. How many places do you still move like stone? Bound by the opinion of others, shackled by the weight of routine, chained to the fear of change. You harden yourself against what threatens you, but hardness is brittle. A blade too stiff snaps at the first fracture. Water never resists the vessel. It fills it completely, adapts instantly, yet loses nothing of itself. You must be the same. When life presses you into corners, when chaos narrows your space, do not fight against the walls. Flow into them, around them, through them. The river does not argue with the mountain. It carves it, slowly, relentlessly, until stone itself must yield. This is the first law of the water scroll. Be formless as water. So I ask you, are you still clinging to a single way, or are you becoming the flood? There are waters so still that the sky above them is seen with perfect clarity. Clouds pass, stars burn. The moon itself rests upon the surface as if on glass. Yet the slightest ripple distorts the truth. The mountain bends, the heavens warp. The image becomes false. So it is with your mind. A clouded mind cannot see. A turbulent mind invents shadows where none exist, enemies where there is only silence. To fight with a disturbed spirit is to strike blind. Musashi wrote, "In strategy, your spiritual bearing must not be any different from normal. The warrior must remain calm even in fire, steady even when surrounded, clear even when blades are drawn. When anger churns you, you strike too soon. When pride blinds you, you do not see the opening. When fear ripples your judgment, you fall to phantoms. But when your mind is still, then reality is revealed. Every movement of your enemy, every breath between strikes, every falsehood in the world around you. The world will try to pollute you. Endless noise, endless distraction, endless venom poured into your thoughts. But the choice is yours, to drink of it or to let it settle and fall to the bottom. When storms tear the river apart, the water seems deeper, more dangerous, unfathomable. Yet often it is not depth that has changed, only the mud rising from below. So it is with your spirit. When emotions boil, the enemy seems greater, the burden heavier, the night darker than it truly is. But when the mud sinks, you discover the truth. The enemy is only human. The burden is only temporary. The night is only passage toward dawn. Musashi warned, "You should not have a favorite weapon." To become overfamiliar with one weapon is as much a fault as not knowing it well enough. What he meant is this: do not let your mind become attached to any single fear, desire, or thought. Detachment is clarity. This is the second law of the water scroll. Keep your mind clear. Ask yourself now, what clouds your water today? Is it resentment, lust, fear, craving? Whatever it is, know this: it does not belong to you. It is mud in the river. Let it sink. The river does not stop. It does not pause to think. It moves, constant, unbroken, from source to sea. Every bend, every rock, every fall is answered with one thing: flow. Musashi wrote, "The way is in training, not in dreaming, not in hesitation, not in speaking, only in constant movement, constant discipline, constant flow. Breath, stance, strike, one continuous rhythm. No hesitation, no stiffness, no wasted motion. For stiffness is death. A rigid branch snaps in the storm. A flowing reed bends and rises again. Your life too must be fluid. You say you are waiting for the right moment, for courage, for conditions to be perfect. But waiting has made you stagnant. A stagnant pool rots, breeds sickness, and vanishes under the sun. Movement is life, flow is strength. When you train, flow. Do not overthink the cut. Breathe, move, strike as if the blade itself is carried by the current. When you live, flow. Do not clutch to every misstep. Let it pass like water, slipping over stone. When you face obstacles, flow. Do not collide and break. Bend, move, circle, and wear them down until they crumble. Movement is more than progress. It is also release. The river does not turn back to condemn the stone that blocked it. It moves forward, indifferent, and in that indifference lies its strength. You remain trapped because you look back, because you bind yourself to a mistake, a loss, a word you cannot release. But water does not return. It always advances. Musashi warned, "Do not remain in one place. Meet the situation without tenseness, yet not recklessly. That is the warrior's movement, neither rigid nor frantic, but alive, unbroken, flowing." This is the third law of the water scroll. Move fluidly through all things. So I ask you, where in your life have you frozen? Where has your river been dammed by fear or by laziness? The sea speaks in waves. Each crest rises, falls, withdraws, and returns. No wave misses its time. Too soon, and it dies unfinished. Too late, and it crashes behind the fight. Musashi understood that timing is everything. He wrote, "The timing of your strike is the very heart of strategy. To cut too early is to fall into your enemy's rhythm. To cut too late is to meet the strike already upon you. But to strike at the exact breath, the exact heartbeat, the exact pause, that is mastery. Look at your own life. How often do you rush because of fear or hesitate because of doubt? How often have you grasped too quickly and shattered what could have grown? How often have you delayed so long that the chance itself withered? The wave teaches you. There is a season for every act, a moment to advance, a moment to wait, a moment to unleash with full force. You must sense it as the sea senses the moon. You must train your body and your spirit until they strike in one rhythm. No thought, only instinct sharpened by endless practice. Do not deceive yourself. Timing is not luck, it is discipline. It is awareness sharpened until hesitation dies. This is the fourth law of the water scroll. Strike with the rhythm of the wave. So I demand of you now, where in your life are you out of rhythm? What strike must you hold? And what strike must you release today? Water knows both the vastness of the ocean and the narrowness of the cup. It fills both without struggle, without change in essence. Musashi wrote, "Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye." To master distance is not only to measure space, but to sense what lies hidden. The unseen rhythm, the unspoken move. To see only near is blindness. To see only far is delusion. A warrior must master both. When your eyes are fixed only on the horizon, you stumble over the stone at your feet. When you see only the stone, you never reach the mountain. Both are death. The duel teaches this law. To misjudge the distance by even an inch is to die. Too far, and your blade cuts only air. Too close, and you cannot swing. Precision is not luxury. It is survival. So it is with your life. Measure the vast battle of your existence, your purpose, your vision, the road that stretches beyond your years. But also measure the inch in front of you, the discipline of today, the strike of this moment, the silence you carry now. Musashi reminded, "You win battles by knowing the enemy's timing and using a timing which the enemy does not expect. See both the horizon and the step, the field and the inch." This is the fifth law of the water scroll. Command both distance and measure. Do not let your life be wasted in blindness of scale. Discipline is the art of knowing both distance and measure, and filling them perfectly. Rain falls soft, drop by drop, nourishing soil, cleansing stone. The same water, gathered in fury, becomes a wave that shatters ships and devours cities. This is the final lesson of water, to be both soft and hard. Musashi warned, "When you sacrifice your life, you must make fullest use of your weaponry. You cannot be soft, yet in daily life you must be ordinary, not overbearing. A blade which cannot yield will break, but a hand that cannot strike will be crushed. The warrior must master both. In your life, you cling to one side. Either you are always soft, forgiving, yielding, avoiding conflict, or you are always hard, brutal, unbending, destroying even what should have been spared. Both are weakness. Both are imbalance. Water teaches balance. The gentle rain builds forests. The raging tide clears the coast. Without one, there is no life. Without the other, there is no power. You must be the same. Kind enough to nurture, fierce enough to cut. Yielding enough to bend, unyielding enough to stand. Mercy without strength is cowardice. Strength without mercy is tyranny. The warrior who holds both is unbreakable. So look into yourself. Where are you too soft, allowing rot to grow? Where are you too hard, crushing what could have become strong? This is the sixth law of the water scroll. Be rain and be flood, soft and unyielding. Be mist that heals. Be storm that destroys. And let no one predict which face of water you will bring. The water has spoken. Its voice is not gentle. It commands. It carves. It teaches by drowning those who do not listen. Musashi did not write the water scroll to entertain the idle. He carved it as law for those who would survive. He looked into rivers and saw not beauty, but truth. That only by becoming water can you endure the battle of existence. He said, "The ultimate aim of strategy is to catch the rhythm of the enemy and to defeat him by adapting to it. But beyond combat, this is the aim of life itself, to adapt without losing your essence. So now the river has asked you 3 questions, and they remain unanswered. Will you cling like stone or rise as flood? What mud clouds your reflection today? And where must you strike with the precision of the wave? Answer them. Not tomorrow, not when comfort returns. Now. Because water waits for no one. It flows with or without you. And when death comes, as it surely will, the question will not be whether you dreamed of discipline, but whether you lived it. Flow, cut, reflect, crash, be the stream, be the wave, be the flood, and never forget, Musashi lived as water. Now you must flow or break.